What is up, my Yu-Gi Bros? I'm your host, the RJB0. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! In Business Casual. So first of all, I apologize for not having this video up yesterday. My internet apparently does not like YouTube, so I have to upload at school, which means that it takes a little bit of time for me to get my uploads up now. So I do have economic principle numero 5 coming your way. According to Krugman and Wells, principle number 5 of microeconomics says that there are gains from trade, which essentially means that both people on both sides of a trade can profit from the trade, which seems like a little bit of a paradox, but stick with me. I also would like to apologize for the possible noise that may come from the background during this video because my neighbors are doing construction on their house. I really have no better place to record at the moment. So applying the 5th principle of economics to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually fairly simple. Usually I do like to try and apply it both to trading and to gameplay, since trading actually deals directly with economics and gameplay. It's just helpful theory, but in this case there really isn't a whole lot of application to this. Just like flew into my knee and bounced off of it. Anyway, there isn't a whole lot of application to this in the gameplay, since if your opponent is profiting at the same time you're profiting, you're not really doing the game right. But when you're actually trading with a person, there is a very specific application to the concept of gains from trade, in which you can actually see that both players are profiting. Now, when a person is making a deck, when they want to complete a deck, especially for an event, especially a premier event or a competitive event like a regional or YCS or something like that, generally they're going to value the cards that can complete their deck a little bit higher than cards that will not help them complete the deck, which means that to put it into a monetary value, they may be willing to trade a couple dollars over the price of the card that they want in order to get the card that they want to complete their deck, which means that if you trade with them at a certain value, you can actually gain profit at the same time they gain profit. For instance, if a player is trying to complete an artifact deck, and they really, the monetary value of Moral Talk right now is like $10, if they are trying to complete an artifact deck for an event, they may be willing to trade, they may value that Moral Talk $3 over its real value. Some people like to be really nitpicky and only stick to $10, but you can push a lot of people and they will be willing to trade it for greater. So if they actually value the Moral Talk to be $3 greater, that's their kind of value of finishing their deck. It's a very theoretical value. We like to make things up in economics. So if they decide that they actually value Moral Talk at $13 in terms of its monetary value plus its use for them in the tournament, then you can trade with them for $12 or $11 worth of cards, and both players get a profit because you gain a monetary profit of trading your Moral Talk for a greater money value, but they gain a profit in terms of usability, since they would have been willing to trade for $13 because that's what they value the use of their Moral Talk. But they get to trade for less than the value that they thought they might have had to. So that's a way that you can get gains from trade when you are trading with players in Yu-Gi-Oh! There are, of course, ways that you can trade with people where you get equal value, or even your opponent, your trading part of the person you're trading with gains a little value, but you're trading for a card that you think will gain value in the future. That's another way that you can get gains from trade. But this particular instance, I think that it's more useful to know that when you go to a competitive event, you want to trade with the people who are trying to complete a deck for that event, because they generally value the cards that can complete their deck much higher than cards that would not necessarily help them with their deck. So there you guys go. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, let me know why in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe for more discussion, analysis, and general Yu-Gi-Oh! Shenanigans. By the way, round 1 for the next great Yu-Gi-Tuber is coming up next Wednesday. I don't know if I'm actually going to be posting on next Wednesday. However, I am in that contest, so be sure to support me in round 1 of the next great Yu-Gi-Tuber. All you have to do is hit that like button once you watch the video. The discussion that I will be doing is an update on my discussion on Deck Devastation Virus and why I think it can be really good for this format and future formats. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, the RJB0, and I got a jet. See you guys.